Bless the Lord, brothers and sisters. So happy to be back yet again. How are you doing today? Everything going good? Everything going your way? Well, sometimes it doesn't go your way. What do? You give God praise anyway. Because I tell you what, even though you may not feel Him or you may not feel that He's listening or involved in your life, trust and believe. He knows every intricate part of your life. And as long as you stay submitted in Him, I tell you what, He will direct your path. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to get started with the New Testament of the books of the Bible. It went fast, brothers and sisters. I tell you what, it went fast. It's amazing how I'm almost done. I literally have maybe two more tapings, if you would, or two more recordings of the books of the Bible. And I tell you what, it it came sooner than I anticipated. I do, though, want to let you know that many of you probably want to comment. And going forward, like I said, once I get back with making the other messages, and I tell you what, I'm literally, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm. You know how the runners are at the starting. What is it? I don't know if it's the starting gate or the starting line or whatever. I just feel so ready. I'm just ready for them to shoot the gun, and because I have so much content, there's so much that I want, so many profound, anointed, wisdom-driven messages. Okay, that I want to share with you all. Not only about relationships, but about spiritual warfare and about life, about getting through, about being strong in your faith and mentally being strong. Just a whole, like I said, I mean, tons and tons and tons of content, new, fresh content that I want to get out. And I will leave those comments open because maybe you have a need of prayer, or maybe you have a question and things of that nature. As far as the books of the Bible, no, I'm not going to have those comments open. But I will have the comments open once, like I said, this project is over. So I hope you all are well and take heed to the power and the significance as you are children of God, having prayer paramount in your lives. We have to pray because we are our brother's keeper. Let's get started with the New Testament books of the Bible. The first book that we're going to cover today is the book of Philippians, the book of Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, and 1 Timothy. Bless the Lord. This is just a general overview. I'm not quite sure if you're just tuning in or just subscribing to my channel. What I'm doing is just giving you a general overview of these Bible books because a lot of people just don't know where to start. They're not familiar with the Bible at all. They're just getting exposed, if you would, to the books of the Bible, and they don't know where to go. So let's get started. The book of Philippians, written by the Apostle Paul and Timothy, with 16 references of joy and rejoicing. Philippians is one of the Apostle Paul's most upbeat letters, even though he wrote it in bonds. Paul thanks the church at Philippi for its support and encourages its people to rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Book of Colossians, written by the Apostle Paul and Timothy. False teachings had infiltrated the church at Colossus, apparently causing some people to add unnecessary and unhelpful elements to their Christian faith. Paul said his letter to remind Christians of the superiority of Jesus over Jewish rulers and regulations, angels, and anything else. Jesus is the image of the invisible God and the firstborn of every creature. 1 Thessalonians. In this letter to another church he had helped found, Paul teaches on the second coming of Christ, apparently an issue of some concern to the Thessalonians. Paul describes how Jesus will return, but doesn't say exactly when. The important thing in his word is that ye walk worthy of God, who hath called you unto his kingdom and glory, in 2:12. 2 Thessalonians. Shortly after writing 1 Thessalonians, Paul dictates a follow-up. Apparently, a letter falsely claiming to be from Paul had left the Thessalonians shaken in mind and troubled at the thought that Jesus had already returned. Paul assures them that the event is still in the future and urges everyone to live positive and productive lives until the second coming. If any would not work, Paul commands, those who have dropped out of anticipating Jesus' return, neither shall he eat. 1 Timothy. The first of the three pastoral epistles, 1 Timothy, contains the aging Apostle Paul's insight for a new generation of church leaders. Timothy had often worked alongside Paul, but was now pastoring in Ephesus. Paul warned him against legalism and false teaching in chapter 1, listed his qualifications for pastors and deacons in chapter 3, and described the behavior of a good minister of Jesus Christ in 4:6, the final 3 chapters. Bless the true and living God.